All right, in this video, I'm going to share with you the number one thing that you can do to win more listing appointments. And here's the secret. It's not your listing presentation. Hi, I'm Mikesh, and I teach real strategies and tactics that I use to become a top producing agent, top team leader, and ultimately have a top performing company in my marketplace. So I'm gonna give you real, actionable items that you can implement in your business today. Okay, let's get after it. This video is all about strategy. But before I dive into this specific strategy, please note that you're gonna get really good at getting listings. And all of the things that are in getting listings, such as setting the appointment correctly, confirming the appointment at the right time to increase actual appointment show up times, what you're gonna do at the listing appointment, how you're gonna deliver a compelling marketing presentation, and also a value presentation. And we're gonna dive into all of those in upcoming videos where I break out what I did in detail to become a top listing agent in my market. But for this strategy right now, it's all about building rapport. So when you arrive at the appointment and you get into the house, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to put your things down at the right location. So sometimes you'll get into an appointment and they'll want to lead you into the listing in the living room or out into the sunroom, but I want you to put your things down at the dining room table, at the kitchen table, at a place where you're going to effectively deliver your presentation. So just walk in, set your stuff down, and then politely ask them, would you mind giving me a tour of your home? I'd love to see the property first and get a good idea of what you've done to the place, and then you can help me understand any updates or enhancements that you've done that are going to affect the value of the property. I also want to know, what is it that you fell in love with about this property? Because when people get a chance to express what's meaningful to them about their property, they feel good. It's like when we talk about ourselves, we want to, feel good. Just get the person to talk more about themselves and they're going to feel like it was a great appointment. So this really sets the stage. But there's two specific things that I need to accomplish as we go on this journey around their property together. Number one, I want to identify what is the dispersonality profile of this person. What is this seller? How did they tick? Like, what are they made up of? Are they dominant? Do they, they're worried about getting the best price? Are they more data driven? So like when you understand the dispersonality assessment and the DISC and where they fall along that spectrum, it's going to allow you to speak their language more, to really identify and mirror and match their own personality style. So as we're walking around the house and they're, showing me the really awesome nails they used in the walls over here, and they're showing me the upgraded carpet padding over there, like all this is important. I'm gathering information and intel about them. But I'm also doing something else very important, and that is I'm looking for clues on how I can find connections with this person. So maybe we both like the same sports team, or we went to the same college, or maybe you learn when you go into your seller's garage that they're really into cars. And you got to find these connection points where you have an interest that matches one of their interests and really figure that out and bring that to the front, because that's what's going to help you be in rapport with them. And if I don't know what personality profile they have, like I haven't really asked enough questions to find out, are they coming back to me with all these details, or are they pretty short with me? Like maybe they're just a high D and they just want to get to the point. Like I need to know this information before I'll do a listing presentation. Because if I deliver my presentation before I'm in rapport with them, it's as if I never even did it. They're not going to hear me. And I don't know about you, but have you ever been in a situation where you showed up with the best marketing plan, the best strategies, and you had much more success than your peers, but somebody else took the listing and not you? Like, have you ever gotten out-friended on a listing before? I know it doesn't feel good when it happens to me, and I'm like, I scratch my head, like, what happened? Well, chances are I wasn't in rapport with that person. And I learned this lesson early on in my career, and that it didn't make sense for me to deliver my presentation until I was first in rapport with them. Now, sometimes you can get into rapport with them very quickly. Other times it's going to take you a little while. Just depends on the setting. It depends on the energy that you bring when you come to the appointment. But I made it a rule that I would not start my listing presentation until I had found some connection and rapport with the client. And quite frankly, guys, that changed everything. That's when my conversion started to get really, really high. and I could go on just about any listing appointment and come back with the listing, is when I said, okay, the focus first and foremost is going to be on connection and rapport with this client. So really take your time, go around the house, look for clues, look for things that you have commonality with the seller, and then make those connection points before you go back to the dining room table or the kitchen table and start your presentation. If you'll do this one thing and really focus on doing a better job of building rapport, I guarantee you're gonna list more properties and you're gonna outlist your competition. So start this strategy today and start to see the results right away. Check out my next video too, because I'll also be sharing my number 2 best strategy for winning more listing appointments from your competition. So check that out next.